We'll start our journey as the morning light filters through the ancient oaks of Forbury Gardens, a peaceful retreat in the heart of Reading. But beneath the flowers and shaded paths lies a history shaped by power, war, and resilience. At the center stands the Maiwand Lion, a striking memorial to the fallen of the 66th Berkshire Regiment. This fierce bronze guardian, weighing over 16 tons, commemorates those who gave their lives in the Battle of Maiwand in 1880. Silent yet imposing, the lion's eyes seem to watch over the town, its presence a symbol of sacrifice and remembrance. Beyond the gardens, the Abbey Gateway emerges. One of the last surviving entrances to Reading Abbey, dating back to the 13th century. Through these ancient arches, once passed kings, scholars, and pilgrims seeking solace or power. The gateway has withstood centuries of storms and strife, standing firm as a bridge between Reading's medieval heart and the present. The gardens as we see them today were designed by the Victorian landscape architect Robert Marnock in 1856. Known for his work on some of England's most elegant parks, Marnock transformed this space into a place of tranquility, blending open lawns with winding paths and carefully curated flower beds, creating a sanctuary that has endured for generations. As we step into the heart of Reading's past, we arrive at the Reading Abbey ruins, a site that has stood for nearly 900 years, echoing the grandeur of medieval England. Founded in 1121 by King Henry I, Reading Abbey was once among the most powerful and wealthy monasteries in England. Built to house Benedictine monks, it became a center of learning, faith, and royal influence. The abbey was so significant that Henry I himself was buried here in 1135, though his exact tomb remains a mystery to this day. At its height, the abbey was a thriving religious and cultural hub, welcoming kings and pilgrims alike. But like many monastic institutions, its fate was sealed during Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries in 1539. The abbey's riches were seized, and its grand halls were dismantled, leaving only the haunting ruins we see today. Despite centuries of decay, parts of the abbey walls, arches, and chapter house remain standing, a testament to its medieval craftsmanship. The ruins have also inspired literature, appearing in works by Oscar Wilde, who was imprisoned in the nearby Reading jail, and even influencing local legends of buried treasure. Interesting fact, Reading Abbey housed a fragment of the True Cross, a sacred relic believed to be part of the cross upon which Jesus was crucified. We now enter one of the most significant surviving structures of the abbey, the chapter house. This was the heart of monastic decision-making. Every morning, the monks gathered here to listen to a reading of a chapter from the Rule of St. Benedict, which gave the space its name, the chapter house. It wasn't just a place for scripture. Abbots were elected here, monks disciplined, and important visitors received. This was the Abbey's boardroom, courtroom, and parliament all in one. Now, we are at the heart of the Abbey, the sacred centre of what was once one of the grandest churches in medieval England. Here stood the high altar, the choir stalls, and the burial place of King Henry I, though his tomb was lost to history after the Abbey's destruction. Pilgrims from across Europe once knelt on this ground, praying beneath soaring stone vaults that reached to the heavens.
Now we find ourselves in one of the most cherished spaces for the monks, the warming room. Known as the calefactory, it was one of the only heated rooms in the entire Abbey complex. In the bitter cold of winter, this modest chamber became a refuge, a place to warm stiff fingers and aching joints after long hours of silence.
As we step beyond the final stones of the Abbey walls, we come to the gentle flow of the River Kennet, a lifeline for Reading, just as it was centuries ago. Here lies Abbey Wharf, once a bustling dockside where goods were unloaded and delivered straight into the heart of the Abbey. Barges carried wine, grain, and stone, arriving silently on the current, feeding both the body and the spirit of this great institution. The monks built the abbey not just for prayer, but for power, and water was power. The river offered trade, transport, and a way to connect the abbey to the wider world. Today, though the echoes of industry have faded, the river is far from forgotten. Locals and visitors alike can still enjoy boat rides and courses along the Kennet, gliding peacefully past the same waters that once served kings and monks alike. The abbey may be silent, but the river still remembers.